Welcome, everyone. Today's not just another English lesson. This is something far deeper. This is a transformation of how you think, feel, and move when you speak English. By the time you finish this, you won't just understand the language, you'll feel it coming out of your mouth naturally. You'll finally know how to make your voice flow, how to make every sound connect, and how to truly train your mouth to speak with confidence. Stay with me until the very end, because this could be the moment when your English journey finally changes forever. Now let me ask you something honest. How many English videos have you already watched? How many grammar rules have you memorized? How many vocabulary lists have you written down? Probably hundreds, right? Yet, when it's time to actually speak, your voice gets stuck. Your lips freeze, your tongue trembles, your mind goes blank. You understand everything people say, but when you try to respond, it feels like your brain and your mouth are not connected. It's not because you're bad at English or because you lack intelligence. It's because your mouth has never been trained to move like an English speaker's mouth. This is the truth that no teacher ever explained. English is not only knowledge in your head, it's movement in your muscles. You've trained your brain but not your mouth. You've read, listened, watched, but never physically trained your lips, tongue, and jaw to create English sounds smoothly. That's why you stay stuck. That's why your confidence fades every time you try to speak. That's why you sound slow or unnatural even when you know the right words. Think about this for a second. When you learned your first language, you didn't study it from a book. You spoke it. You repeated it thousands of times until it became automatic. Your mouth learned every sound, every rhythm, every pattern through movement and repetition. But in English, you've skipped that step. You've trained your eyes and ears, but not your speaking muscles. So every time you try to talk, your brain knows the words, but your mouth refuses to cooperate. It's like trying to play the guitar after only reading about music theory. You understand how it works, but your fingers can't keep up. That ends today. Because from now on, you'll train your mouth the right way. No grammar drills, no complicated textbooks, no endless listening without action. Just real physical training that makes your English come alive. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to sound British or American. You don't need to study for hours every day. You just need a few focused minutes of deliberate mouth training to unlock fluency you've never experienced before. Imagine going to the gym. If you read about exercise but never lifted a single weight, your body wouldn't change. But when you train your muscles daily, even for a few minutes, your strength grows. The same rule applies to English. You build your speaking muscles through short, consistent practice that reprograms your mouth to move in English rhythm. So here's how you'll do it. 5 minutes of daily training that will completely reshape the way you sound. It's simple, powerful, and requires no special tools. Just your voice, your time, and your dedication. First, warm up your mouth. You can't run a marathon without stretching, and you can't speak fluently without loosening your face muscles. Roll your lips like a motor sound, stretch your tongue in and out, move your jaw in gentle circles, smile wide, then relax. Do this for a minute. You'll feel silly at first, but it wakes up the muscles that shape every English sound. Next, stand in front of a mirror. Look yourself in the eyes. Choose one short sentence, something powerful like, "I am learning to speak clearly." Say it slowly, watching how your mouth moves. Focus on the way your lips open, how your tongue hits, how your jaw moves. Then say it again, a little faster, again and again until it feels natural. This exercise destroys fear and builds control. It shows you that you are in charge of your voice. Now comes shadow speaking. This is your real fluency gym. Take a short clip of a native speaker, any video, movie, or interview, and repeat what you hear instantly. Don't pause, don't think, just copy. Match the tone, speed, and rhythm. You'll make mistakes, but that's fine. This is not about perfection. It's about training reaction speed and muscle memory. When you shadow speak daily, your mouth learns to keep up with your brain, and your fluency skyrockets. Then move to the fluency loop. Pick one sentence like, "I'm going to improve my English." Say it slowly once, clearly pronouncing each sound. Then say it again at a natural pace, and finally at full speed, smooth, fast, confident. Repeat the loop a few times. This teaches your brain to handle speed without panic. Your tongue and lips start moving automatically, and you begin to sound natural, not forced. That's it. 1 minute of warm-up, 1 minute in the mirror, 2 minutes of shadowing, 1 minute of fluency looping. Just 5 minutes total. But those 5 minutes will do what 5 years of passive learning couldn't, because this is active, physical, focused practice. It's short enough to do daily and powerful enough to transform your speech completely. Remember, speaking is movement. Reading gives you knowledge. Speaking gives you muscle memory. The more you move your mouth, the faster your fluency grows. Most learners skip this. They study grammar, download vocabulary apps, watch English shows with subtitles, but when they try to talk, nothing comes out. Because knowledge without movement equals silence. But now you know the secret. Train your mouth and fluency follows. Once your mouth starts moving naturally, it's time to focus on sound flow, the heartbeat of real English speaking. You see, fluent speakers don't talk word by word like robots. They speak in sound groups, clusters that connect smoothly. They don't say, I am going to the market. They say, I'm going to the market. It's one continuous sound wave, not separate beats. That's why they sound natural and effortless. When you speak your native language, your words flow easily. You don't think about every sound. It just comes out. English should feel the same way. Stop breaking every word apart. Start joining them together in clusters. Say, what you doing? Instead of, what are you doing? Say, did you eat? Instead of, did you eat? It's not about slang, it's about rhythm. English flows like music, and if you learn that rhythm, you'll sound fluent even with mistakes. So here's your next daily habit. Choose 3 common sound clusters. For example, want to see it? Let me know. Gotta go now. Say them like a short melody. Repeat them to the beat of a song if you like. Then use each one in a full sentence. I want to see it tomorrow. Let me know when you're free. I gotta go now. See you later. Record yourself, listen, and feel the progress. At first, you'll sound awkward. By the 3rd day, smoother. By the 7th, confident. That's the power of rhythm practice. English isn't only words, it's music made by your mouth. Now let's go deeper. Real fluency isn't just mouth training, it's brain training too. Because your voice can't express what your mind doesn't believe. You can repeat 1,000 sentences, but if your brain still whispers, I'll sound stupid, your confidence will crash every time you open your mouth. So we must rewire your thoughts. We must train both your mind and mouth to work together. Stop worrying about being perfect. People don't remember your grammar, they remember your emotion. Speak with energy, not fear. Feel your words. Don't say, I'm happy to be here like a robot. Smile and say it like you mean it. I'm happy to be here. Your energy is what people connect to. Fluency isn't cold perfection. It's warm communication. Practice speaking like an actor, not a student. Actors don't just repeat lines, they live them. Choose a simple sentence like, I can't believe this happened. Say it with excitement, anger, surprise, and sadness. Notice how your tone changes, how your body moves. This breaks the barrier of self-consciousness and helps your speech feel alive. The moment you stop fearing judgment, your real voice appears. Now let's build automatic thinking. Most learners translate in their head, from their native language to English, then speak. That's too slow. Fluency requires instant reaction. So instead of thinking words, think situations. When you hear, I'm starving, imagine your stomach growling. When you hear, let's catch up, picture meeting a friend. Train your brain to link English with images and emotions, not translations. That's how native speakers think, and it's how you'll start thinking, too. Here's a quick daily exercise to train both your brain and mouth. Take 3 sentences. Say them with emotion for 1 minute. Act them out for 1 minute. Walk around while repeating them for 1 minute. Speak them in front of a mirror for 1 minute. Then record and listen for 1 minute. Don't focus on mistakes, focus on energy. This 5-minute habit will reprogram your confidence faster than any textbook. Now let's talk about the power of repetition. Every great speaker, actor, and communicator repeats. But they don't repeat like parrots. They repeat like artists. They take one line and perform it in different ways until it becomes part of them. That's how mastery is built. Repetition isn't boring. It's transformation. Let's try it. Pick one sentence. Say, I don't know what to say. First, say it slowly, clearly pronouncing every sound. Then say it again in natural rhythm. Then say it with emotion, sad, angry, confused. Then say it fast, challenging your reaction speed. Finally, use it in real contexts, in a job interview, with a friend, in an awkward moment. Now that one line has become part of your voice, you didn't just memorize it, you owned it. That's how repetition should work. Slow, flow, emotion, speed. Real-world use. Just 5 minutes a day. Each time you're building muscle, rhythm, emotion, and memory all at once. This is how fluent speakers train. It's invisible work that nobody sees, but everyone hears the result. Too many learners waste years repeating without meaning. They say sentences flatly, quickly, carelessly. That's not repetition, that's noise. Repetition must be alive. It must engage your mind and your mouth together. Because repetition done right builds confidence. Repetition done wrong builds boredom. Now let's face the final truth. If you don't train, you'll stay silent. That's not a threat, it's a fact. You already know enough English to communicate. You've watched videos, learned rules, written notes. The problem isn't knowledge, it's lack of practice. You've been learning about English instead of living it. And that's why your progress stopped. Millions of learners around the world understand English perfectly, but can't say even a few sentences without hesitation. They keep waiting for the perfect time to speak, but that moment never comes. The only way to speak is to start speaking, even if it feels uncomfortable, even if you make mistakes, even if your voice shakes. Fluency is built through daily courage, not endless preparation. Think of two learners. One watches 3 hours of videos, reads 10 blogs, and does nothing. The other watches 10 minutes, chooses one sentence, and practices it out loud. The second one wins every time. Fluency isn't built by collecting information. It's built by action. You already have everything you need. Stop waiting. Stop doubting. Start training. Every day you stay silent, you lose opportunities, jobs, friendships, dreams. But the moment you speak, you begin to take them back. You don't need permission to sound wrong. You don't need approval to speak. You just need commitment. Fluency isn't a gift. It's a decision. Make that decision today. Start with one sentence, 1 minute, one act of courage. Tomorrow, do it again. Soon you'll notice your voice changing, your confidence growing, your fear fading. You'll talk to people without overthinking. You'll speak freely because your mouth has learned the rhythm of English and your brain trusts your voice. That's real fluency. One day someone will hear you and say, "Wow, you sound amazing in English." They won't see the mirror practice, the late-night repetitions, the moments of doubt you overcame. But you'll know. You'll know that you built this ability from scratch through your own persistence. So say this now with full confidence. I will not stay silent. I will not wait for perfect grammar. I will train my mouth every single day. I will speak English no matter what, because this voice belongs to me. This language belongs to me. This dream belongs to me. You have two choices from this moment on. You can close this and keep waiting for the right time, or you can begin now, right now, while your heart is still inspired. Stand up, look in the mirror, and speak. Say something, anything. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be real. Because once you start, your journey truly begins. Don't let fear steal your words. Don't let doubt silence your voice. You've been quiet long enough. It's time to train. It's time to speak. It's time to become who you've always wanted to be, in English and in life. Fluency starts not when you learn another rule, but when you stop being afraid to speak. The moment you decide to use your voice, the transformation begins. So take a deep breath, lift your head, and say it out loud. Your new chapter starts now. Your fluency begins when your fear ends.